Transformer, Lou Reed. What an album. 1972. How's everyone doing? It's in the background. It's Monday night here in Melbourne. We just come off the back of a long weekend, so it's back to work tomorrow. Thought I'd squeeze in another video. Just sort of wanted to do, I know that I post a lot of jazz and soul and funk videos in here, you know, crowd rock, all that sort of stuff, but I wanted to show a couple of earlier stuff that I guess influenced me when I was younger or as a teenager, so excluding this, I'm going to be showing stuff, I suppose indie rock post 2000. So I think I've got 6 records here that obviously aren't everything that I was into, or I haven't got all the things that I would love as a major influence on vinyl. Yeah, I had a bit of trouble getting it down. I had about 10 or 12, but I really wanted to pick, 5 or 6 that were really important to me. I just put this on in the background. Obviously, this is from 1972, but as a teenager, this was a massive influence on me, of what I listened to. What an album. This is actually an original US press as well, made in USA, 1972, so belonged to Francis Floud on the back. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty beat up, but it's kind of cool to have an original US press. What can you say? You know, Lou Reed, Mick Ronson on guitars, obviously David Bowie does a bit of backing vocals. Walk on the Wild Side being a big song and here, our most famous song, but it's all great, you know. Satellite of Love, at Vicious, at Perfect Day, oh yeah, this is, almost a 10 out of 10. But yeah, I listened to that, I'd have been about 14 or something, 14, 15, listening to that record non-stop. I remember drawing his face at school into my notebooks. So yeah, he's, I was obviously, but sadly passed away last year. But there you go, Lou Reed, Transformer, great album. Okay, I'm going to show another record that isn't to do with my theme at all. So last night I went to it's the Melbourne International Jazz Festival here at the moment. So I said to Fred, Big Star 1000, and his friend Christian, that we should go check out a couple of the shows. So we organised to go to one last night. We met up and we had a really great night. Had a lot of fun, a lot of good talking. It's always nice to talk about, having people to talk about music and records too that understand what you're talking about. A lot of my friends aren't really into that sort of thing. They don't really understand how into it I can get. But yeah, I had a really great night, and the show is sublime, amazing spirit. It just has covered anything from, I think Fred said, Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, there's a bit of Coltrane, spiritual jazz, electrified jazz, funky jazz. It was all in there. Using a little bit of electronics, modern, there was a loop pedal going on, and yeah, just amazing show, really tight. The drummer was sensational, out of this world. I think all 3 of us were blown away, and as a result, all 3 of us picked up the record. So these are the guys that we saw, the Ross McHenry Future Jazz Ensemble. So this came out last year. This is called Distant Oceans. After the show, we actually went around and met the band members too, which was really cool, and we got their signatures on the back. Yeah, so that was really cool. I'm a really massive fan of the drummer. I love his solo album. I think the drummer's called Mayo Manzanza, and he's got a record. It's actually only available on CD called One, and he's also the drummer in a New Zealand band called Electric Wire Hustle, who's sort of a jazz soul outfit. Anyway, basically the main reason I wanted to go to the show is because of the drummer. So I got to meet him, and that was really cool, and get the signatures and stuff like that. And they're all really nice guys. But yeah, this is sensational. This is very cool. Yeah, we got reminded of definitely of Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis. Very 70s instruments that we use. I mean, the Fender Rhodes, they had a Moog and a Fender Rhodes, stuff like that. Really tight band. Very cool. Yeah, I had a really great night, so I just wanted to share that. Anyway, okay, so back to what the whole point of the video is. Indie rock 2000s. So I was born in 87. So I was 13 by the time it was the year 2000. So obviously early 2000s, getting into that sort of stuff. Oh, just realised there's a record I meant to put in the pile that I haven't pulled out. Where am I? Anyway, yeah, so obviously 2003, 4, 5, I was, 13, 14, 15, starting to sort of move my way around in the music. Move out of listening to I was listening to a lot of pop punk crap like that, you know. Started for I don't know, I won't go into it, you know, even new metal, all that junk, but as a kid that's what you do anyway. I was 15, 16, started listening to a bit more indie stuff. I remember one of the anyway, so it's just interesting when you meet other people who are into music, how they got to where they got to in terms of music. Like, I came definitely through the indie route of things and listened to a lot of indie bands, and then later on I got into jazz and stuff, where there's a lot of people who are really, I enjoy hip-hop quite a lot, but I haven't got knowledge of some of the people I speak to. A lot of people came into jazz through hip-hop and then got into soul and stuff like that, whereas I didn't really have that background. I listened to a lot of indie rock, you know. Anyways, this sort of stuff you see in the video. And only in the past couple of years, I've actually really started getting to jazz and soul jazz and blah, 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 all that stuff. Anyway, I'm rambling quite a lot here. First one I'll show, this is the Strokes' debut album. So this was a world changer for me. When I heard this record, I hadn't really heard like the Velvet Underground. I didn't really understand how much this is almost, I would say it's not a rip-off, but they're highly influenced by I'd never heard the Velvet Underground, so these guys blew my mind. This came out, I think it's 2001 off by heart. So that's the first entry into my list here. It's all these tracks are incredible. This album is, I'm pretty sure it's the European cover, or maybe it's the American cover art. I think it's the American cover art because the European cover art wasn't banned. And the European cover art, I know the Music on Vinyl reissue, maybe I'm wrong, has the other cover art, which is a naked lady on the cover, which is a CD that I had growing up. So one day I'll pick up the one with the other cover. What can you say? This is sort of, I don't know, a lot of these records most of you will know, so I won't talk about the music too much, but yeah, definitely heavily influenced by the Velvet Underground. Yes. Yeah, 2001, I was right. It's the gatefold. It's a really nice little package, actually. I'll show you the label. So, yeah. Oh, there we go. It's a very cool logo, isn't it? I love that. It's awesome. So obviously in high school, I was listening to this quite a lot. I thought I was the coolest kid in school. Everyone else was listening to Creed, Nickelback, whatever, Stained, all those bands, you know. I was onto the Strokes. Is This It? Debut album. Yeah, that was cool. So I got into those guys, and I really got into the Kings of Leon back when they were actually a decent band. You know, they were, believe it or not. Their first two albums are incredible. I don't have any on vinyl, actually. The reissues are so expensive that I just can't be bothered picking them up right now. And anyway, what am I doing? That shouldn't even be in the pile. I think I would have organised this. Anyway, this one was another big influence on me. I'm not doing this in chronological order, or it's just the order I pulled them out. The National, Boxer, Fake Empire. Oh, what a song. That's the song that Obama, I think, used for his campaign. Just post-punk drums, indie vocals. Sort of reminds me, the vocals sometimes I get reminded of Yola Tango, someone like that. I don't know why. I just, yeah, sometimes on some of the Yellow Tango songs I think of The National. Just, yeah, really haunting music. I could have picked any of the first three National albums, but this is the one that I heard first. My girlfriend and I are pretty big fans, so she made it a mission to get most of the National records on vinyl. I may as well. I may as well show them to you. Just thought I'd pull them out. So we got High Violet there. This is an absolutely excellent album. Came out, I think it was 2010. Okay, let's do this in some sort of order. Oh yeah, okay. So we'll go backwards. Came out last year. Trouble Will Find Me. Not my favorite actually. I haven't really gotten. I feel like it needs a lot more time, but I just can't really get to grips with this one. Let's go in order, shall we? I shouldn't be there. 9 Inch Nails. At least my collection is sort of in alphabetical order. Okay. So we got the National debut album. Knock these on the floor. Sad Songs for Dirty Lovers. Another original pressing. I think it goes to Cherry Tree EP. And then it goes Alligator. And then was Boxer, and then Virginia EP, which has a really cool cover of Mansion on the Hill by Bruce Springsteen, which is on Nebraska. Yeah, anyway, I wasn't planning on showing that, but I thought, since we got them out, it comes on a really cool splatter vinyl. Yeah, we're both really huge fans. We've both seen them a couple of times. These are basically her records. Yeah. But I'm going to show them anyway, pass them off. Yeah, so, yeah, we're both really huge fans of the National. Yeah. Alright, moving on. Another classic, Bon Iver, Forever Forever Ago, 2008. Just to get this off my chest, I think the next album following this, which I've forgotten the name already, was I think it was the self-title or something. Rubbish. I think it was absolutely a load of bollocks. I just found it really overblown, overproduced. There was just nothing in the music for me. Moving from such a delicate, beautiful song or anything, and then he's obviously pushed it too far and gotten too excited in the studio, and it just seems like a whole lot of hot air. There was just no substance to the album. It just floated aimlessly. I don't know, I just could never. I had a vinyl copy, I listened to it a couple of times, and I just had to chop it. Anyway, no, it doesn't touch anything. This is, yeah, absolutely stunning. I mean, let's say Bon Iver or Bon Iver, whatever. Anyway, I'm pretty sure we all know this story about the guy that goes up into the cabin in the middle of nowhere and records an album after breaking up with his long-time girlfriend, and then gets put on vinyl, and lives out in the middle of nowhere, records this really rudimentary album, and then gets picked up by a label and released, and just stunning stuff. Every track on here, it just blows me away. The Blood Bank EP that came out after this one, is also another one I should pick up on vinyl. But yeah, I think this is definitely a classic for me. What a great song this is. You can't beat it. I'll probably get a lot of stick from this, because I know a lot of people really dislike the Arcade Fire. This album is excellent, I reckon. This is their debut album. Funeral. This would have been early 2000s. Off the top of my head, I think it's 2002 or 3. I'm pretty sure. It could be later. I could be wrong. So I got any... It doesn't come with a... I thought this did. I'm sure this came with a... Oh, here we go. Sorry. Comes with... This is an original press as well. I think it got reissued. Oh, 2004. Okay, I wasn't far off. Comes with a booklet, which is kind of cool. Looks like it comes from some sort of old book or a church or something, explaining the lyrics and stuff like that. Anyway, Arcade Fire. For those that don't know them, I'm sure most of you will. Came out of Montreal. Yeah, Montreal, Canada. Yeah, this is their debut from 2004. I reckon this is great. It's a sort of semi-concept album in the way that 4 tracks. It's called Neighborhood 1, 2, 3, 4. I was lucky enough to see them on this album. Yeah, it would have been this album, and they were amazing. Really mind-blowing. No, not mind-blowing. They were great though. Mind-blowing is when you see a show and you walk out dazzled, falling to the ground. You know, that's only happened a couple of times in my life. But they were great. Anyway, cut that. I'm gonna cut that out if I remember. Yeah. What can you say? You know, like Rebellion, Lies, Haiti, Crying of Love. I reckon this album was great. I'm gonna put this on after this side finishes. I reckon. Even the second album. Go ahead. Yeah, the second album. Neon Bible came out. I reckon it's still a really decent album. There's still some great tracks on here. No Cars Go, Ocean of Noise was excellent too. But after that, they lost their way a bit for me. I lost interest. Even their last album, Reflector, didn't rate it at all. Just thought they were going for a style and a sound, a hip sort of style, thinking they're some sort of disco thing. The music wasn't written very well, or the songs weren't really. I'm really in such a negative mood tonight, and I've bagged out 2 bands that I'm showing records of. What's that about? Anyway, I just think they sacrificed the songwriting and stuff like that for a style or a sound, and there's a whole lot of nothing really. The songs were just overproduced. They forfeited a lot of things for the sake of it being stylized. Didn't really work. There wasn't really a balance there. I just, didn't enjoy it at all. Anyway, this is enough of the negativity. This is Death Cab for Cutie, Transatlanticism. I would love to get the early stuff on vinyl, but it's very hard to come across. This is actually really rare anyway in itself. This is a $150, $180 record. This is my girlfriend's record, I should say, too, as well. She's a huge fan, so she splashed out and pulled this one together off Discogs. Original pressing on Sonic Boom. Comes with a really cool booklet. And I won't show you too much. I can't remember the year of this either, but I'm pretty sure this would also be 2003 or 2004. Anyway, yeah, this is an album I listened to a lot as a teenager, late teenager. The sound of this is great. Just looking at it now, it's amazing. Show the cool label there. The track itself, Transatlanticism, just stunning. It's probably going on for about 12 minutes, something like that, and it just builds up slowly. Just really, really clever songwriting. A lot of people don't like it. They find it a bit hipster or soppy or whatever, but it's a time and a place, you know. I really enjoy it. And you know what? I'll just put it on. I'm going to put it on in the background. Yeah, we'll do it. Really should have picked up the other one first. There you go. Yeah, so anyway, that's the amazing album, that one, and I got it here. Plans, another great album. Do you know, this one is almost, I'd say it's as good as that one. I mean, this is the one that I grew up with when I heard first, I fell in love with, but This is great too. Summer Skin, Marching Bands of Manhattan. They're such a good band. I've seen them live as well, and they were amazing too. But yeah, they get negative. They fall into their hipster whatever category, so a lot of people dismiss them. Same as the Arcade Fire, but I don't know, whatever. This is basically, yeah, I don't know. I'm ranting. Anyway, moving on. Fleet Foxes' debut album. Stunning record. This is like indie folk, but not like fucking Mumford and Sons. I hate that band. I think they're absolutely rubbish. In fact, I don't despise many bands, but Mumford and Sons can't hack it. This is real. I'd say this is folk. This and Grizzly Bear, amazing sort of semi-folk things. Now this one is a 2008. This is a European pressing on Bella Union. So, okay, so I got onto this band. I caught wind of them pretty early before they blew up. So I was really into their EP, which came out just before this, called Sun Giant. And I listened to that to death, and then I caught them live just before the debut album came out. They were in New Zealand at the time, and they were stunning. Anyway, the reason we got the European pressing is because it comes with the second record. It's not listed on the back here, but the second record in here is actually the Sun Giant EP, which was never pressed on vinyl, I'm pretty sure, apart from in this 2 LP set here. So I reckon the EP is 100% amazing, and that's the gatefold. But yeah, this is just great, sort of folky indie, a little bit like Crosby, Stills and Nash, sort of. I don't know. Fleet Foxes. Great artwork too, isn't that stunning? It's just like some medieval painting or something. I love it. Yeah, I highly recommend that one. Okay, I'll get a lot of stick from this one as well. Vampire Weekend. Debut album. Again, another band that I thought got a lot worse as they went on. They ran out of ideas, I don't know. Anyway, debut album, amazing. Like, I don't want to use the whole Graceland thing because everyone compares that. It's like Afro pop, indie, jangly, a bit. It's sort of very African influenced, but very clean. It's similar to Graceland, but different. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very white album though. I don't know, like you get the impressions from the singer that he's upper middle class American living in a college. Money's probably not really too much of an issue. I don't know. You get the personality out of this album, which I quite like. A-Punk, one album. Mansard Roof, Oxford Comma. What are we on? This is also 2008. Apparently I've put out a lot of 2008 records. I don't know. So that's the 6 records there, and then I was struggling a bit. I wanted to do sort of a honourable mentions thing here. Abattoir Blues, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. This is a monster. I mean, it's not really indie rock as such. It's sort of, but at the time I was listening, it's sort of indie rock. But anyway, I just wanted to. This is a stunning album. I can't even recommend this. To me, this is it's my favourite Nick Cave album. Abattoir Blues. Wow. This is another one of my girlfriends. She's got expensive taste in music, in records. But yeah, this is in absolutely minty condition. Beautiful packaging, yeah. What can I say? Okay, so I should say it's split. The first record is a live. Abattoir Blues is the first record, and Live Orpheus is the second record. Yeah, I don't want to put my dirty fingers all over this. It's so beautiful though. This is just really great music. Not very descriptive. It's got an embossed cover there, sort of see. And this one, I've got this. There's so much more I could have pulled out from here. I mean, I've got the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Even Ryan Adams I would pick out, because I'm a big Ryan Adams fan, even though that's alt country. Nico Case, New Pornographers. I don't know. You know, I've got a lot of indie stuff. I don't listen to a lot of it lately, so I thought it'd be good to go back and pull out some stuff that I haven't heard in a while. Anyway, last one. What can you say? Wilco. Big fan. This is a record that I didn't get into till didn't get into a couple of years ago. So this was 2002, but I probably didn't get into it until 2012. So yeah, I Am Trying to Break Your Heart, Radio Cure, Ashes of American Flags, Heavy Metal Drummer. Oh, amazing stuff. So that's the end. Two other Wilco albums. For anyone that doesn't know, I can highly recommend these two as well. This is Summer Tea and Sky Blue Sky. Also two amazing records. Yeah, so that's the end of that one. I just thought it'd be good to show something different for a change. Yeah, I don't know, I can't recommend highly enough. Yeah, thanks for watching again. Yeah, it means a lot to get all these subscribers and lots of commenting and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of people I really respect in the VC that have started watching my videos and commenting lately, which is a really big plus for me. I'm really, really excited to see that sort of stuff. It means a lot. Yeah, so there you go. Again, I think I'm rambling on even further now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.